The last bit of information we're going to cover in this classroom management portion are the traps, common traps that teachers fall into. Now, these are common across the board, no matter what classroom, what age group you're teaching. Oftentimes teachers fall into these traps, and the reason we've identified them is because they're ineffective in meeting our end goal of quickly getting students back on task. Teachers can tend to get in the way of that end goal of getting students back on task when they employ one of these traps. So we're working to avoid these traps and get students back on task quickly. You'll notice that the way we avoid these traps are using all the preventative strategies we've talked, or the skills we've talked about previously. So skills 1, 2, and 3 are all focused on preventing inappropriate behavior. And so you'll notice by employing those skills, that's going to be the most effective way of avoiding these traps or backing your way out of a trap. Now, I want to talk a little bit about sarcasm. Sarcasm, one of the traps that you're going to learn about is the sarcasm trap. And I know so many people are sarcastic by nature. And what I'm going to encourage is to not be sarcastic in the classroom. Oftentimes there might be language barriers, so students might not understand that you're joking. Now, there's a difference between sarcasm and dry humor. We never want to say anything that could be taken as a put down towards a student. That will destroy any positive or strong relationship you've been building with a student if they feel like they're being made fun of, or anything that would break that strong relationship. We need to avoid that. So even though many of us are sarcastic, and sarcasm is used in TV and entertainment constantly, you just never know how a student is going to read it. So I encourage you to avoid it completely, or use that quick wit that you have to build confidence. So try using that quick response, that funny, you know how to respond in a funny way. Use that to build confidence and help people feel better about themselves, rather than put them down or destroy any positive relationship you've been building. So thank you again for all you're doing in the classroom. We know you're working hard. Here are some traps for you to watch for, and now that you know them, you'll likely do even better on your next teaching assignment.